Matt-Trakker's gonna leave the nation, and Spectrum's got such supervision. Mask is a mighty power that could save the day. Mask, no one knows what lies behind the mask charade. Mask, always riding out on Venom's trail. Comes to the laser rays, fire away.
Hey everybody, it's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com and welcome to this episode of Behind the Mask. I just want to remind everybody about our latest channel giveaway. If you watch the video about the clones, episode 75, there's a Matt-Trakker figure giveaway there. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, give us a like on that video, and post a comment, and I'll be picking a winner at random. Good luck to everybody on that. But in this episode, we're going to talk about rare. And what does it mean? Well, according to the dictionary here, thinly distributed over an area, few and widely separated. I don't think that's it. Obviously, rare is hard to find, right? Underproduced, or maybe it was overproduced at one point, but over time, you just got less and less of it. So technically, the rarer something is, you're going to have less of it around, in a sense. Does that make sense? Do you agree with that? I hope so. And what I want to do is, there's a lot of mask things that could be considered rare. There's, store displays, right? There's prototypes, which I consider to be probably rare, most rare than anything else really, because the prototypes, they weren't meant for public consumption, and there's only a few of them out there, one of each at most, in some realities. If you go back, when I talked to Andy, he has some in his collection, and you can see just that's a really rare item, and I'm very appreciative of that conversation because it brought some insights that I didn't know about. Figure-wise, you're looking at a couple of different things. Vehicle-wise, you're looking at a couple of different things as well. You can look at the figures themselves. You can look at the masks. You can look at accessories. There's these little nuances here that you're going to be looking at and kind of saying, well, that's the rarest and that's the rarest. Well, to be honest, it's hard to really pinpoint them because of just what you're really looking to find. It can vary. For me, the rarest thing that I came across was the MISC figures, and I covered those back in, I think, season 3. They were hard to find and they were expensive, and it shows in that front. Take right now, we have the Chile warehouse find and all these sealed cases, sealed boxes. Sealed toy boxes are really hard to find, and luckily they're selling at appropriate pricing. So if you haven't got in contact with them already, you can do so through the Facebook chat or the group, and I'm sure there's other ways to get them as well now too. And if we're going to talk about the figures themselves, like the main run of Mask Kenner. I can't talk about the Playful line because I don't really know what came out there. I can tell you that all their stuff usually costs a lot of money, but it makes it rare, but I can't really speak to it because I don't know. There could be 10 trillion of the same figure somewhere. I have no idea. It's just, they don't come up. I'm hoping to be able to talk to the owner of Playful one day to try to understand the manufacturing process there, but I haven't had much luck yet. Hopefully he gets back to me soon. I think it'd be a really fun conversation to have because there's a lot of questions that a lot of fans have, believe me. The racing arena, carded with Bruno in it. I believe that's pretty rare. The Ace Riker from the European repaint 2-packs, that's a pretty rare figure to find. The Hondo Blaster 1 mask, the short version, is very hard to find, and you're going to be paying upwards of $100 just for the mask, and it's tiny. Now, if you can't afford a $100 mask, then cut one of the series, the second version of it. Don't try to sell it as a short mask though. That's a jerk move. But yeah, that's a hard mask to find, and you're going to be paying about $100 for that. And I want to say too that the accessories for some of the European adventure packs are hard to find. They were easily forgettable and lost. There was like little arm guards, I think, for Calhoun. You had the missiles for Jacques. So it's easy to lose those little items. And I guess the same could be said for some of the elements for the, Jungle Challenge and Rescue Mission. I have them here, so I have them for reference there. So it's good to have. Those parts are hard to find. And talking about hard to find parts, I'll talk about like the rarest vehicle in a minute. Hard to find parts, the barrel and the gun for Gator, just about any missile, especially for the split seconds lines, the discs for Wildcat, the tow rope for Wildcat, the pipes or the hoses for Boulder Hill, the bombs for Thunderhawk, the bomb for Switchblade. Pretty much any of those items are hard to find and rare to find. The ones that are easier to find are the larger ballistics, let's say. Outlaw, Rhino, and a couple others had larger projectiles, so they were easier to come by. Now, I probably missed some. The jackhammer gun, if I didn't say that already. And there's going to be others too. That's what I mean. Like when you say rare, what does rare mean? Well, this is what I'm trying to get to, is that it can kind of really key into certain things here. And before I talk about like the vehicles too, you could get, production cells. Like I have some animation cells back there. There's only one of each one of those, so that's pretty rare. I have a comic book page here from the original comics. I have kites. How many kites are out there? I have 4. I know Caro has one of the ones I have here, so that one's not rare anymore. Thanks for that. But that's what you have to think about. Some of the larger play sets, the track here behind me, there's a couple of those. Those are hard to find, complete and in working condition. The Daredevil set, which if you watch my video, hard to find complete and in working condition. The train set's almost impossible to find. I've been looking since I started recollecting, really. I've seen it for sale once, and it was over, I think it was over $2,000. So I'm not in the market for it anymore. Hardest mask vehicle to find is Laser Command. Not only the figures, but the Hornet and Rat Fang together, working, number one, it's rare. To have the items for Rat Fang, all the parts, they get lost so easily for some reason. Having a not working set, that's probably the rarest thing you can get. And I want to say that would probably be, if you could find, it's going to be between that and Boulder Hill, like sealed box. Those two would be like the rarest and the most valued in that realm. Again, there's all kinds of things out there that are hard to come by in the mask world. The AM radio here behind me, down here, that's hard to find, especially one that works. And it just depends on what the market is, really. I know that in the near future, it'll probably be easier to find bullets and mantas and things like that, but that's not a bad thing. It's nice that collectors are able to recollect at a good price. And your collection's got to be kind of dependent on what you can afford too. Like I said, that train set was like $2,000, so I don't really think I can afford that and pay my mortgage. So I passed on it. There was a giant wall clock that looked like a wristwatch. Thing sold for like $300. I was like, oh, I'm not getting that. It'd be cool because I've never seen it before. It was a store display. And yeah, so that's what you got to think about rare. And does it get rarer when you get it graded? I don't know. I mean, I don't have a lot of in the box stuff, so I'm not the person to ask that question. I can tell you that the condition matters a lot for me and when I'm thinking about these things. And I know that I have like some figures over here in the Secret Wars line that I have Iceman and Electro. Electro is not in the best shape in the world, neither is Constrictor, but they're still rare. They're just not as rare as ones that are in better condition. Is that how that works? See, like all these weird dynamics and rules to it. I just want to put the best collection forward that I have fun collecting. If I have something that's rare, that's great. But it's not something either that I really want to go over the top on and, brag about it, I guess. I want to talk about it on this show, but I don't want to be like, look what I got and you don't. Because there's people out there with 10 trillion times more of what I have here. And I'm content. I'm very happy. I pull things in when I can and talk about it here, chat with you guys about it, and it makes the world go around. I'm trying to think of other rare parts here too. Let's see. The sunroof for Volcano. The toe and the bike on Firecracker. Hard to find. Trying to think. No, that's gonna cover a lot of it, really. Obviously, Billboard Blast is hard to find too. I can't find it anywhere back here. I have no idea where it's at. That must be rare. Hopefully well done, actually, but we'll see. But what do you like? What's the rarest piece in your collection? It doesn't even have to just be mask. Talk about your mask collection, but then talk about something else. Like I said, I have Constrictor, Iceman, and Electro in the Legends line, Marvel Legends, but I also have Cyborg and Captain Marvel from Superpower. So like you think about that too. Those are rare. I know they are. In my mask collection, I do have the carded adventure pack with Bruno Shepard in it, and my autographed picture here of the cast. That's rare. I don't know anybody else that has that. But yeah, talk about what's rare in your collection. What's something that you would like to get yourself, or what's something that you don't agree with that I said, or let me know in the comments, because this is a lot of open interpretation here, and I always love getting the feedback because I don't know everything, and I love learning alongside you guys when we do these episodes here. So let me know in the comments what your rarest item is in your collection, and if you have any questions, please let me know. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to help keep Mask alive. And this is Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and I'll talk to you later.